I'm Dennis Stroxeth, Vice President with Enterprise Management Associates. I'd like to talk to you about the relevance and value of AIOps platforms for IT today, given our current economy and times. EMA has been looking at the AIOps market, or as I prefer to call it, the AIOps landscape, for 8 years, well before the term AIOps came into vogue. And we have just completed what I believe is some groundbreaking research on the topic, looking at 17 vendors, including Broadcom. We're living in a time of change. Traditional office and shopping interactions will increasingly need to be enhanced by digital services, which means a focus on digital transformation. With that comes business agility. Services will have to be made available faster and updated in a timelier way. To do this, automation will be key, but not just blind automation. IT can't afford to automate train wrecks when the business depends on it. Automation takes on a new life when it's informed by the dynamic intelligence of AIOps. Breaking through traditional IT silos is also critical for more cohesive decision-making. Once again, a strength of AIOps. And with all this comes new levels of much-needed OpEx efficiencies that only AIOps can make a reality. Here you can see some of the values we've documented across more than 31 AIOps deployments. With AIOps, you can reduce the number of incidents, cut the time required for incident resolution, improve OpEx efficiencies, avoid breaches in service level agreements, enhance DevOps effectiveness, improve SecOps effectiveness, make cloud migration far more resilient and cost-effective, save an annual operational expense, cut the time required to bring new customers on board, improve overall customer and employee experience through improved service quality. And the list is far from complete. In researching the rise of AIOps 8 years ago, we called it advanced performance analytics. We saw and still see the following criteria: integration of relevant data across multiple domains, support for multiple use cases. I should point out that the trend toward diversity of value is growing. Self-learning heuristics to enable capabilities such as anomaly detection, predictive insights, prescriptive analytics, and if-then analytics. AIOps platforms often serve as a strategic overlay for assimilating data from third-party toolsets with strong savings and efficiency gains through toolset consolidation. Insights into application infrastructure interdependencies, which are critical in providing analytic context. Support for legacy, private, and public cloud is also key. Over the last 8 years, the biggest change we saw was in the diversity of approaches and design, as underscored by the 3 use case categories we explored in the report. These are incident, performance, and availability management, focused on improving the resiliency of critical applications and business services. Change, impact, and capacity optimization share requirements for understanding application infrastructure interdependencies. As changes are made, volumes increase, and automated actions are required. Business impact and IT to business alignment includes user experience, customer experience, and business process changes with an eye to digital transformation. We also looked at DevOps, SecOps, and Internet of Things in the context of each use case. Let's talk more about heuristics. While historical anomaly detection is central, EMA has seen more progressive AIOps deployments using predictive insights to look ahead. Prescriptive recommendations, which inform on actions to be taken, and if-then analytics, so that, for instance, if you plan a change like cloud migration or data center moves, you can anticipate the impacts on performance, capacity, and sometimes even costs. Correlators and comparators are among the more prevalent algorithms to enable AIOps-driven outcomes. For automation, we saw that workflows within and across IT, as well as core service desk workflows, were among the most prevalent, as was IT process automation or runbook. Configuration automation and automation for incident team communication also made a strong showing, along with automations ranging from incident remediation to automated discovery, just to name a few other examples. Data is central to AIOps deployments, both in scalability and volume, and in variety and type. The most prevalent requirements include events, time series, KPIs, log files, configuration and agent-based data, as well as application, transaction, and cloud-specific data. And the list goes on. How and to what degree the data is all normalized or handled discretely varies by AIOps vendor. Speaking of cloud, not surprisingly, the most common cloud support among AIOps solutions is for AWS and Azure. Broadcom stands out with its additional support for Google Cloud and IBM Cloud. This Broadcom AIOps deployment from a large North American health insurance enterprise underscores a rich diversity of benefits. The first quote highlights the most fundamental AIOps contribution you can hope for, a more holistic and proactive way of working, which is really two benefits rolled into one. The second quote puts a focus on making changes, including those associated with cloud migrations, so that the capacity and performance can be optimized together. The third quote touches on an area of growth for AIOps, business impact and IT to business alignment, understanding IT services from both sides of the looking glass, what's impacting business service performance, and how are customers behaving, what are their priorities, and what are their issues. For more information on Broadcom AIOps, I invite you to go to broadcom.com/AIOps and to download EMA's radar with insights on the AIOps market, as well as some in-depth perspectives on the Broadcom AIOps story. Please go to the following URL. I hope you've enjoyed this video and very much appreciate your time.